Welcome back, everyone. As we all know in sports, the sheer strength of courage is the foundation for any sport, and our next presentation is all about just that, instilling courage in our future athletes by educating, inspiring, and empowering them to confront racism and social injustice.
Welcome Alan Lombardo, CEO of Sheltering Arms Institute, to present the Courage Story Award.
It's great to be here with you all tonight. Taylor Heineke's a free agent. I did not realize that. Well, I got good news for you, Taylor. At Sheltering Arms Institute, we're always looking to add to our team. Unfortunately, the quarterback position's already filled. All right. Sheltering Arms Institute is the #1 provider of rehabilitation services in the Richmond region. Courage is one of our core values, and it is visible every day at our work. We are very proud tonight to present the courage story to our youth wheelchair basketball team here in Richmond, the Sportable Spokes.
Over 20 years ago, Sportable began realizing their vision of creating opportunities for those with disabilities and impairments through sports. Each year, more than 400 athletes in Central Virginia get a chance to play adaptive sports through programs and equipment provided by Sportable. 12 years ago, the Sportable Spokes basketball program was started. In addition to teaching the game and giving these players a chance to be active, it also illustrates all that's possible despite any perceived limitations. It changes what I can't do to what can't I do. This year, the Spokes have fielded a prep team for the first time ever. 10 players, 13 and under, who will be playing in tournaments and representing Sportable across the Mid-Atlantic. For many of them, this is the first time they've ever competed in a team sport against their peers. It builds relationships, reduces social isolation, and promotes changes in community attitudes about those with physical challenges.
Here to accept the courage story tonight is Hunter Lehman with Sportable, Spokes head coach Derek Hoot, and Spokes players Luca Watkins and Tanaya Coley.
Hey, good evening, everybody. How is everybody? My name is Hunter Lehman, and I'm with Sportable. Just a couple of quick things. A big thanks to Rosie's for making tonight possible, to our friends at Richmond Region Tourism, and a special thanks to our friends at Sheltering Arms, who are a great partner and help to make our work possible. And I see Luca was grabbing the stage there. Hey, listen, tonight we're so honored to be awarded an award about courage, right? And so courage, for anybody that plays sports and participates at sports, you understand what courage is. It takes courage to have vulnerability, to sacrifice for the greater good of a team, to put in the training hours, to travel and to compete and to win and to lose and do all the things that are associated with sport, right? And listen, when you look on this stage, you see courage, and that's huge, and I want you to understand that, right? But I also want you to understand one other thing. You also see athletes. You see athletes. You see kids that are fighting for each other, that are part of something that's bigger than what they are, that have peer connection, that have all the things that make sports so special, and the reason that we're here celebrating something that's more about scoreboards. It transcends playing fields, and that's why we're here. So thank you so much. Thanks to everybody. We appreciate it.
All
I
right.
don't think Little Man wanted to leave.
He did.
I think he's
mean,
gonna stay out
definitely
here
a
with us.
superstar.
He's gonna
Definitely a
stay with us the rest
superstar.
of the night.
We'll have him up here next year for the awards. Next up, the Fan of the Year award presented by Techno Branded Swag. Each of these nominees has shown significant enthusiasm, win or lose. They have made memories for the athletes and teams they support. Here are the nominees.
Our first nominee has been a fixture at Spiders and Kickers games for years, cheering his favorite teams either on the court or on the pitch, and infecting anyone and everyone he meets with his enthusiasm. The Spiders and Kickers top fan, Will Daniel. Our next nominee has been following racing since before the advent of cable TV. She's followed NASCAR with her family nearly her entire life, and her passion for the sport has helped draw new fans to the fold. Richmond Raceway's top fan, Sharon Logan. Our final nominees are longtime Richmond baseball fans who have reserved seats at the Diamond and rarely miss a game. They are known to everyone who takes in the American pastime in our home park. The Flying Squirrels top fans, Charlie and Stephen Moore.
Please welcome Will Winston from Techno Branded Swag to announce the winner of this year's Fan of the Year.
Good evening. We at Techno Marketing, Techno Branded Swag, we love the power of fans. We know how much fans can impact sports, and tonight we're honored to award the first ever Fan of the Year award. The winner is the unofficial mayor of Richmond Sports, Will Daniel.
Thanks. Wow. I just want to say thank you to RVA Sports and all my supporters for this award. I love being a sports fan. I love cheering for teams. I started with my brother's soccer teams, all the Kickers teams, the Spiders teams, and teams I've known as Tucker and Freeman. I love cheering for my Special Olympics teams, and now my niece, Skylar's dive and striker soccer teams. I am blessed that sports have been part of my life. I get to know players and coaches by being a fan. That's how I got to know Rob Uclop, and he got to know me. I want to thank Rob and his family for supporting me for many years. Rob has been one of my biggest fans, and I am one of his. He calls me the mayor. Thank you, RVA Sports, for this award, and thank you, Taylor, for being here and share this excitement with me. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you.
The final awards of the night coming up next. Male and Female Athletes of the Year.
The RVA Sports Awards are brought to you in part by these great sponsors.
Well, Lane, it's about that time. We are just about to the end of the show.
I tell you what, it's flown by tonight, hasn't it, folks? It really doesn't feel like we've been here all night. It feels that way because of all the amazing stories and awards that we've been able to give away tonight.
You are so right, Lane. So let's keep it moving and get into it. Everyone, it's time for the Male Athlete of the Year presented by South State.
Here are tonight's nominees.
I want it now and I ain't never gonna back down. I want it now and I ain't never gonna back down. I am no regular citizen. Do you understand what you witnessing? You cannot tell what the difference is. I want it all and I'm winning it.
Our first nominee is still writing his story as we speak. Last year, he led his team all the way to the national title game while plastering his name all over the record books. He was first team All-ACC, runner-up for Player of the Year. He recorded 35 double-doubles, including one in every game of the NCAA tournament. His 475 rebounds set a new ACC single-season record and was the fourth most in NCAA history. From North Carolina and Trinity Episcopal, forward Armando Bacot.
I want it now and I ain't never gonna back down.
Our second nominee made plenty of history himself last year. He rushed for 1,920 yards, the most in the nation by any player at any level of college football. He averaged nearly 7 yards per carry and nearly 175 yards per game in leading his team to the Division II playoffs. He was a finalist for the Harlan Hill Award, given to the best Division II player in the nation, and he won the Willie Lanier Award, presented to Virginia's best small college player. From Virginia Union, running back Jada Byers.
I want it now, I gotta rise up. Yeah, I do not care about opinions. Time to make a few decisions so I can take a position. I'ma go get it, I'm punching and kicking.
Shot low deflected in front. Who else? Emiliano Terzaghi.
Our third nominee, you guessed it, also made history last year. He was named the MVP for USL League One for the third straight season, and is the first player in American outdoor pro soccer history to do so. He also won his third straight Golden Boot Award given to the top scorer in the league. His 17 goals led USL 1 and was just one short of the league record, which he set the season before. He captained his team to their first league title in a decade and had 3 game-winning goals. From the Richmond Kickers, Emiliano Terzaghi.
I want it now and I ain't never gonna back down.
Our final nominee keeps laughing at Father Time. Despite coming off Tommy John surgery, he led his team to another World Series title in dominant fashion. He led the American League with a 1.75 ERA and 18 wins, and was named to his 9th All-Star team. He won his 3rd Cy Young Award, just the 11th pitcher in baseball history to accomplish that. Just weeks before his 40th birthday, he signed a mega 2-year deal with the New York Mets, and remains one of the very best in the game. From the Houston Astros and Goochland Bulldogs, pitcher Justin Verlander.
Said I'm fired up. I'm sorry your time's up. I see the top and I climb up. Came from the ashes, I rise up.
Announcing tonight's Male Athlete of the Year Award presented by South State, Richmond Regional President Tim Duffy.
Thank you. On behalf of all my friends here from South State Bank tonight, I'd just like to say how excited we are to be a sponsor once again of the RVA Sports Awards. The breadth of talent across RVA is truly remarkable. Tonight, we're honored to recognize the hard work, dedication, and perseverance of the male athletes. And the winner of the 2023 Male Athlete of the Award is Jada Byers from Virginia Union University.
I just want to thank God first for putting me in this position that I am now. I want to thank all the nominees that was up there, because to see somebody in the major league and to compete with them in a Division I basketball player, Richmond Sockers too. That's tough to beat out. I just want to say thank y'all for motivating me. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my running back coach for making me the best running back I am today. And I want to thank my mom, my 2 kids for my motivation. Thank you.
Now that we've arrived at that moment, it's time to announce our final award, Female Athlete of the Year, presented by Kings Dominion.
The 4 amazing women who are on the ballot have competed locally, nationally, and around the world, rising to the absolute highest levels of their respective sports.
All are champions, but there can only be one winner. Here are the nominees.
Our first female nominee isn't satisfied with excelling in just one sport, she does it in 2. She is an All-Atlantic 10 performer in both lacrosse and field hockey. She led her team in scoring on both squads, scoring 72 points in just 18 games in lacrosse and had a career-high 21 points in field hockey last fall. She was also named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association All-South Region team for the 2nd straight year. From the University of Richmond, 2 sports standout Lindsey Frank. Our second nominee is a national champion in cycling. As an independent rider, she finished 7th at the 2021 National Cycling Championships, an almost unheard of accomplishment. Once affiliated with a racing team, she won the Joe Martin stage race in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which set her up for her biggest accomplishment to date. She won the USA Cycling Women's Road Race title in Knoxville with a late move in the closing yards. She also finished 9th overall at an international race in France in August and has her sights set on the Women's Tour de France and the Olympics. From Team EF Education, Tibco SVB, cyclist Emma Langley. Our third nominee led her team and set a conference volleyball record with 458 digs last year, an average of over 4%. She holds the top 2 spots on the CIAA's all-time single-game digs list and had a career-high 34 against St. Augustine. Her single-season record was achieved in the quarterfinals of her conference tournament. She also recorded 31 service aces and 85 assists. From Virginia State, libero Najla Williams. Our final nominee did not let much stop her while leading her team to a state championship, not even a nearly broken nose. She was named Virginia's Class 5 Girls Lacrosse Player of the Year after scoring 71 goals with 24 assists in only 16 games. She also had 107 draw controls and forced 23 turnovers. So far in her high school career, she has 113 goals and 45 assists in 29 career games, for an average of over 5 points per game. From Douglas Freeman High, midfielder Bridget Wilson.
Announcing tonight's Female Athlete of the Year award presented by Kings Dominion, President Bridget Bywater.
Hi, Mom. Kings Dominion has fully supported sports in the Richmond region for more than a decade. We know the importance of recognizing athletes, especially the amazing female athletes in the RVA. So tonight, we are thrilled to award the Female Athlete of the Year, and the winner is Lindsey Frank of the University of Richmond. Come on up.
First, I'd like to thank my parents, family, and friends for their constant support throughout the years. I'd also like to thank my field hockey and lacrosse coaches, Jamie and Ann, and my strength coaches and athletic trainers for the opportunity and support to be a 2-sport student athlete at the University of Richmond. Lastly, thank you to my teammates because this wouldn't have been possible without them. Go Spiders!
folks, that is our show for tonight. We want to thank you all for coming out to the RVA Sports Awards.
On behalf of Richmond Region Tourism Foundation and CBS 6, all of our sponsors and partners, the nominees, and all the winners, we hope you had a fun night.
I know I did. And there's got to be an after party somewhere. Hopefully, Taylor, you got my drink tickets, right?
You better. I don't have them. First beer is on me, though. I want to drink a Heineken with Heineken, but it's going to have to be Busch Light. Thank you. Thank you. All night, finally.
But before we go, let's give a big round of applause to our honorary team captain, the legendary Taylor Heineke.
And a big hand for my awesome co-hosts, Lane Casadante and Kelly Lemon.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you all next year at the RVA Sports Awards presented by Rosie's Gaming Emporium and Colonial Downs Racetrack right here at the Altria Theater, Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. So long, everyone.
And now to close out the show, we've got one last musical performance from our awesome band, Dance Candy.
Michelle fight for that white gold. This one's for them hood girls, straight masterpiece. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck Soul and Sailor Roll, gotta kiss myself so too hot damn. I'm racing the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire.
Thanks for watching the RVA Sports Awards, presented by Rosie's Gaming Emporium and Colonial Downs.